The question is often asked, what is neoliberalism? In this video, we're going to try to answer that question. Now, the first thing we need to know about neoliberalism is the fact that it's a view, it is a view that is very, very tolerant of new ideas, trends, and values. The key word here is tolerance, and that means it's open-minded. So neoliberalism supports open-mindedness. In terms of new ideas, trends, and values. So, for example, immigrants coming into a society, they come with new ideas, trends, and values. And neoliberalism says we shouldn't just reject those new ideas because we are not used to them, because they are foreign to us. We should give them a chance and see, and see what they look like, and over time, perhaps they can be incorporated into the mainstream ideas. Neoliberalism is anchored on three basic elements. The first one is human rights, and human rights is very key and core to neoliberalism as a concept, as a view. And when we talk about human rights, we're talking about basic human rights, or some people call it fundamental human rights. And these are rights that, especially in democratic society, are embedded in the Constitution. For example, the right to life, the right to education is key, the right to health, good health is key, vote and be voted for, freedom of movement, and religion and association, and so forth. These are all basic rights, especially in democratic societies, that are embedded in the Constitution, that all citizens are entitled to. So neoliberalism is really anchored on the concept of human rights, that all humans in society, or citizens in society, are embedded, essentially have these rights, and these rights cannot be taken away from them. And if the rights are taken away from them, they have a recourse in the court of law to get their rights, to address the violation of their rights. The second element is human liberty, and liberty here means freedom. So liberty means freedom, and here we are saying that neoliberalism believes that human beings should be free, and here free to do as they please, Now, we have to put this in context. They are free to do as they please within the context of the law. Free to do as they please within the context of the law. And within this context, then, it says here that human beings cannot be restrained. They cannot be restrained, right? They cannot be restrained by the state, except, of course, the state has legitimate legal reasons to restrain the citizen. Otherwise, citizens should be free to move about and to conduct their business. They should have the freedom to do as they please, again, within the context of the law. The third and final element is individualism and free enterprise. So individualism here suggests that humans should be individuals, and as an individual, you should be able to express yourself quite well. You should be able to exercise your values, your faith, your principles, ethics, and so forth. You should be who you are in society, and that should be encouraged, to be unique and to be an individual. And then, of course, free enterprise. So in this regard, neoliberalism believes in free enterprise and capitalism. Free enterprise and capitalism. Capitalism is a huge aspect of neoliberalism within the standpoint of allowing society, allowing the market to be determined by the forces of, by economic forces, allowing the market to be determined by economic forces, and by so doing, people are creative, people are ingenious, and they're able to engage in the market, essentially. So neoliberalism in this context believes in free market capitalism and believes in a reduction in spending. So let's put that here. So capitalism, spending reduction by government, and this is reduction. And also it believes in the reduction of state influence on the economy, right? Less state influence on the economy. So again, let state influence on the economy. So again, let the laws of supply and demand determine the price of commodities, and let the laws of demand and supply and the economic dynamics move the economy forward, not the state, not the imposition of the state. And because they don't believe in the imposition of the state, there's one last element that neoliberalism believes in, which is deregulation. Right? So deregulating, companies and policies and ensuring that we have an open system where citizens can participate freely without being restrained by government, or being, not allowed to express themselves and be creative in the marketplace. So this is neoliberalism in brief.